I had to take a call. It wasn't, well, actually, it was a very important call. We're going to wait for some people to arrive. If some people do. How many am I looking for? I've got like 750,000 followers, so I should have at least 4 people. 2 people came on and then they left. So let's see if we get any more than that. That's not a good thing to say, followed by that. Okay. We're going to get a drink. And then we're going to begin the Q&A. I might also show you what I've been up to. Okay. Oh, we got one person and 1 thumbs up. Oh no, we got more. Why is it saying 1 person online if there are more people saying comments? I've been everywhere. I've been doing lots of things. Basically, I'll tell you what happened, guys. Actually, when we get like 1,000 people on here, on here, I'll tell you what I've been up to. This is not White Russian. It's soy milk. Who would think that it was White Russian? Actually, I do like White Russians, mainly because of the Big Lebowski. So, well, thank you, Funny Onion. So, what I've been doing is I've been editing a comedy special. It took slightly longer than I thought it was going to take. Let's see if I can show you a bit. And it's not a White Russian. Anyway, so I've been editing that comedy special, and it's basically I did it for the Kickstarter people, and the Kickstarter people have seen version 1.2, but then I didn't like it, so I spent a long time, and now we're on version 3.8, which they've not seen yet. Why do you guys hate Meghan Markle? We don't really have an opinion on Meghan Markle. No one really. The only people have opinions on Meghan Markle are. I'm not even sure whether Harry has an opinion on Meghan Markle. The newspapers have opinions on Meghan Markle. Oh, you still on posters with us together? I'm glad. Do you get your funny from mum and dad or dad? I get it actually from my Uncle John. My Uncle John said he was writing an autobiography, and he said he said he lost 27-0 his team, and they made him man of the match. Paint drank all that. So anyway, so this is what the special. Yeah. Well, so what I've done is I've now got because I've trimmed out so much from the original special. I've now got a lot more stuff. So shall I show you a bit of the special? Shall I show you a bit of what's? This is a bit that I've got. I'll leave the subtitles on, and I'll put this online very soon, but I'll just give you a little snippet. And I'll put this online very soon, hopefully, and that will be for sale, because we all need cash once it's done. Okay, here we go. Y'all ready for this? Aspires of wooden peg people. I read that very differently, let me tell you. Okay. I'm going to change to better performance, but not better quality. Okay, would you like to watch a bit, guys? Should I turn into a landscape? Yeah, it needs to be landscape, doesn't it? So let's do this. Hang on. No? Yeah, but now I need to turn it. Okay, here we go. Guys, you have to tell me what... Is that... Orientation is locked. Well, why is that one? No, it's not. Orientation is locked. Rotate device back. Ooh, oh, I suppose it's YouTube. Okay, fuck it. All right, here we go. This is a bit from it. This is called Seat Chat. Seat Chat. Chat with one of the guests in another seat. Flirt with someone you saw in the gate area. You know the one. They've got to change that. Okay, so what happened there was my computer just died. I mean, competence, not my strong point. Let's just chat while it reboots. But that really just, that bit was phenomenal. Any questions? The triple chin as still coming up. Oh, It's not a very nice thing to say, although it is true. Puerto Rico, please. Yeah, I'll probably get there at some point. Hang on. How thick are my glasses? That's a question I get asked a lot. Plus 5.5. I mean, it's ridiculous. Sometimes sometimes my mum convinced me that she said, James, girls won't like you. She begins a lot of sentences that way. She said, James, girls won't like you if you have lenses, because it makes your eyes a bit. I said, okay, and she said, and I said, but glasses are kind of my thing, because obviously if you wear glasses and you wear them a long time, all you do is you end up taking them off. You wear contacts, and then you just like poke your like. And so I said, well, also glasses become my thing on stage, and I think they do help do something to my face to make it more attractive. And she said, she said to wear contacts, and then wear glasses on top of those. But I said, I can't just wear glasses. She said, get contacts that aren't quite the prescription. And then that's just the worst of both worlds. I never got you guys welcome Camilla with open arms, not Megan. Again, I don't think we care. I don't really think about...
Instruction, this just tells you how it works. Basically, wherever you're sitting, switch out new messages or just pop up with them.
How does it do that? I've signed in and it's actually just started playing. Right, here we go. Do you think we'll be doing more Gumby-based comedy? Yeah, I really think probably that's going to be my thing in the future. I don't even actually know who Gumby is. Right, come on. Okay, so we've got to stop this. Okay, come on. Okay. I'm going to have to restart Final Cut Pro. This is my life, guys. This is the thing, I'm like Batman as a comedian. I need my props. Because what is Batman without his money? He's just a homeless man with a grudge. The computer did, yes. Bonsoir de Vichy France. Well, PC's possessed. The most famous people come over PewDiePie on the glasses. That is true. That is true. And that's why upstairs I kept a pair of my original glasses in the hope that one day I'd get approached. James, we need to put these in some sort of museum. And I'd be like, initially, wow, do they really? Okay, fine. What did you do with all ducks at the end? They are upstairs in my in a big box that I've gone there. They're actually in a big box over there that basically says it's like auction, because I don't need that many ducks, but I don't throw them away because I think I might auction them for charity or for me. The low camera angle is very funny. Well, I don't know if you noted this, Plin Plab, but I'm not a model. I don't expect this to be flattering. In fact, I probably look vile, which is why I'm going to show you a bit of me on stage. Like, that's not my primary focus of doing this, is to look attractive, but obviously that does have an effect on me, so thank you for saying that. Low camera angle, so what, high? All right, I can see where you're going with this. All right, are you ready for seat chat? You 210 lucky souls. No. Yeah, it's smaller radius lenses, you're right, Jose, being thick, but they are, but it's not going to change the size of your eyes, no matter how many opticians say that. What's the temperature of your room right now? Boiling hot. Don't worry, you're beautiful, thank you. Newell, love your hair. Okay, you ready? All right, here we go. Let's do this one more time. We're on 6% now. Seat chat. I think you'll like this.
Oh. I used to do a lot of corporate gigs. Big companies would hire me. Because I use slides, they think they're learning. Every time I do it, every time I lose a bit of my soul, but I gain a bit of a house. Fair. Anyway, so I was on this flight. It was like a 10-hour flight, and I was bored, and I was going through the in-flight entertainment system, and I discovered something called Seat Chat. Have you heard of Seat Chat? Everyone heard of Seat Chat? I never heard of it. Seat Chat. Chat with one of the guests in another seat. Flirt with someone you saw in the gate area. You know the one. They've got to change that, haven't they? Instruction, this just tells you how it works. Basically, wherever you're sitting, Seat Chat will alert you to new messages or just pop up with them. It says anytime you can opt out of a chat or block a seat. Which seems like quite an awkward thing to do on a 10-hour flight. That's how you invite a seat there. And this is the chat interface. It was not a full flight. by any means. I had a whole row to myself, but I could see where everyone else was kind of dotted around, etc. And I just started playing with this. And I just started, so I said, you know, I'd like to add you. And very quickly, I was,
What happened then? Oh, yeah.
but I had the whole row to myself. So I just kind of... Hey, didn't get any invitations to join LinkedIn? Yeah, what the fuck? I know, right? Ridiculous. We should complain. Yeah. We need to coordinate. How? Is it...
That's probably all you're getting thus far. Maybe I can find another little bit. Maybe I'm fine. Do you want to see how it begins? There's a lot more to that bit. Let's see how it begins.
Hey everyone, thanks for coming. Hey, could you put the lights on the audience a bit, a teeny bit more? I just feel like it's just me out here. I mean, it is just me out here. Is it hot in here? It's like fucking Brexit all over again. Give me a consensus, guys. Is it hot? Yeah. This is the bit I'm currently working on, guys. I'm not going to do that bit again. That's terrible. There's no segue here whatsoever. And this is another bit of tangentially related material. Well, guys, I mean, I'll tell you what, this is really ground to a hole. I don't remember writing that. I got up and wrote mediocre material in my sleep. I had like 5 punch lines to choose from there. I'm going to do them all. Guys, this is very quickly developing into a hostile situation. I recently discovered that, oh shit, I've only got 2 minutes technically, and have I got any funny bits left? I haven't quite worked all that out yet. I'll rephrase that, you won't laugh, but this is the way I should have done it. I'll end on the cat video. That's stronger than anything I've got. Please, welcome to the stage, the guy clearly already on the stage, James Veitch.
No, I made up all those companies because I think it's just quite funny to have it go on for as long as humanly possible. I'm just trying to think of a short bit I can show you. Because, and the thing is, because I have taken out a lot of stuff from the original, I've now got so much stuff that I can just put onto YouTube. So I'm planning on doing this as well. So yes, this is a cry for help, but it's also me pointing out that don't panic. You might like this. Oh yeah, you might like this. Veitch, for instance. Oh, maybe I haven't got the audio. Oh, there we go.
Look at me. What a chump. I mean, that expression says it all, really. Can you be jaded at 5? Probably, because here's one of the first pictures taken of me. To me, that face says, just put me back in the womb. This has all been a terrible, terrible mistake. Your parents tell you can be anything you want to be when you grow up. And while that's true, what they fail to mention is the fact that you have to sort of pick one thing and then stick with that. And the thing is that even at that, what am I doing? That's not clever behaviour. The point is that even at that early age, I knew that I wanted to be a comedian. And I told my parents that. But I was so young that I couldn't pronounce the word comedian. So what I ended up explaining to my parents was that my ambition was to become a chameleon. Obviously, they worked out that I meant to say comedian. But by the time they'd done that, they couldn't find me because I'd already blended into the furniture. Now, that is a joke that I've made about 40 times on stage, and I'm not gonna lie, I think it worked twice, and that almost certainly was because something else was happening in the room that I wasn't aware of. And I mention that because it wasn't a strong joke. Because it wasn't a strong joke, I have integrity. Yeah, so when you're a child, the possibilities are endless, but obviously, you know, some things get eliminated from that list fairly quickly. Musician, law enforcement, neuroscience, probably not my cards. Obviously, astronaut, out of the question. I was not going to become a doctor. Professional cyclist, initially promising. Just as an aside, look what I found. This is me telling relatives that I've got a new baby sister called Hannah. Quite possibly, though, it's the first call I made in which I told everyone that I had a baby brother called Hammer. It's an easy mistake to make. I don't know why I'm telling you all this. I'm not sure if it's preamble because I'm not sure it's going anywhere. Speaking of Hammer, that's my sister. I'm including this bit just to show you what a complete chonker she was. I mean, she was, I mean, that's large, isn't it? Is it? I don't know. Anyway, I just thought she'd be embarrassed by this. Where was I? Oh, yeah, things I wasn't any good at. The bend, head down, the arms, feet together, focus, control, and finally, the dive itself. Ta-da! The 80s were kind of amazing. I mean, look at this. This is apparently okay. Just push me in. That's Charles. He was the guy who taught me to do all my famous dives. My house isn't full of diving medals. Enough of that. Let's do more of these, though. This was actually quite useful. I felt like we're getting somewhere.
That's a little bit. So actually, in answer to one of the questions here, version 2 is going to have more bits. There are more bits, but there are other bits taken out. Let's do... Okay, so guys, we're going to have a... Can I do a poll on here? Well, there are only 200 people, so actually it's probably not worth doing a poll. Did I do one? I think I should do this before. Should we do... train cancellation, dating, ABC. ABC's quite fun. We could do that, or we could just do a little...
There were fewer choices.
No, we're not going to do that. Exported. Let's just do this drone one. Here we go. This is just a little thing. I suppose this is just me showing you that I've got... Oh, perhaps this has no audio. This is the thing, you export them, and then you just have no idea whether there's... Let's do ABC.
Can you sing ABC?
Can I? Prepare to be impressed, Mother.
A, B, C, D, E, F, G.
Right, in my defence, it is quite hard, and I do realise my mistake, right here, and obviously it hasn't gone as well as I planned, but I can still turn the whole thing around by doubling down and muddying the waters as much as possible. Nailed it.
Lots of material. I've got lots of material. So hopefully I'll be posting that on Insta, because I've seen people on YouTube going, where's it gone? Where's it gone? I'll be there, don't worry. No, you have to buy the whole thing. And it's actually, I'm just doing the subtitles now. And what I've discovered is that I want to do the subtitles in a really fun way, but it's hard to do that with the current with the many subtitle systems. So I'm just doing those, but other than that, it's finished. And then I'm going to start pushing it on my page and trying to get you to buy physical copies of it. I mean, these are some of the boxes. I don't think they're the... Oh, hang on. How do you get these open? And then I've just got so much stuff I can put out there. So yeah, it's all happening. It's all happening. I'm not feeling very funny now, but if you ask me some questions, I can probably answer them. James, you were in my English school book this year. We're watching your class. Oh my God, can you send me that? Can you send me it on Instagram or something? Because I'd love to see a book with me in it. Outsource my stuff, editing and subtitles. I can't outsource anyone to edit because I just don't like the way they do it. I like editing. I like subtitles. No, because I can show you what I mean with subs. For instance, I want things to happen in like... Actually, it's really boring. I'm not going to do it for that one person, but I want things to happen like... Dun, da, 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 da. But you can't do that unless you left a line, and then I have to... So, and no one's going to do that for me. Did Joe Lycett copy and reply to scammers? No, I don't think so. I think he just... And he does it in a very different way. I think he was always kind of doing the same sort of things that I did. That's my feeling anyway. And we all steal from each other. I mean, I got the idea to reply to scammers just because I did once. No, that's not true. I read a book. No, not a book. I read a guy online called what was his name? B/something, and he was so funny that I realized that replying was... It just made me laugh so much. So I just then one day replied to a scammer, and then I thought that was really funny. I showed friends and they thought the transcript was funny. So then I started using it in my comedy because I was already doing comedy. The favourite pastime on a Friday evening. Bit of Stardew Valley. A Xanax. Oh, and maybe listening to like one of the Beatles podcasts that I've been getting into, like the ones, there are a bunch of them, but there are some that are just hilarious. There are these, there's ones that, I don't know, Our Slugs of Snails Lost a House in the Divorce. It's an okay joke. It's not great, but it's reasonably funny. Captions are good with subtitles, not extremely cheap good. I don't know what that means. I think there's .ass, which is quite funny, and then there's .srt, and then there's, but oftentimes, who do you romance in Stardew Valley? Well, I went out with initially Leia because she was so creative, but honestly I got a bit bored. That was my first playthrough, and now I'm with Abigail, but there's not much there. And actually, what's her name? Haley has started to actually show real so I don't know. I think I might divorce. I might see how many people I divorced before they hate me. Also, I've been there for 10 years now, and they keep just saying, hey, farmer guy, how yeah, that funny child was me. I assume you know that. What's the meaning of life? The meaning of life is whatever Keanu Reeves said. My puppy is with her mum. I have we're kind of like divorced parents, but Steve Jobs loves her more than anything, and there was a time over the past 4 years where I found I didn't really have enough happiness for me, let alone the dog as well. And the dog would come in and she would be like, "Well, what are we doing now?" And I'd be like, "Well, this is it. Life is tedious." And I just felt so guilty all the time because I didn't go out to meet people. And so Steve Jobs would, it just wasn't fair. Steve Jobs didn't get cancelled. So I just thought it was best. So I see her, we share her, but mainly she's with Mary because she adores Mary. Mary adores her, and that makes me happy. But it makes me feel like a cretin every time I think about it. I have sort of things. No, I moved on from Teresa, and I've got all these boxes, and they are well, they're going to be cubes because, my God, that was... So I'm going to bring them all out to America to send the American versions. That was my plan before. I've got the VHS printed. Stardew Valley. I will do Stardew Valley episode, but because it is really funny, but it's a pain to edit. And I have to work, because I'll play for 3 hours. I'm like, well, okay, well, 4 minutes of that is useful. And what I tried to do is I tried to get a button to press, like with my foot, to like mark a funny moment. But even that's just not, and so I don't know what to do, because I had someone, it's not enough for me to pay someone to edit it. I wouldn't get enough money. I don't think I get any money from it. So I suppose I could stream, but that's just long periods of me just talking. I'm not sure that's going to be, mind you, this is a long period of me talking. I'm not in Berlin. I would like to be in Berlin. The Turtles in Attenborough. Oh, actually, I should show you the thing with the... Oh, yeah. Did you see that? I could show you the... There's no rubber ducky money. Who thinks there's rubber ducky money? I did find a bunch of Attenborough stuff, because there are a lot of Attenborough videos that I'd never finished. Like, I'll show you one, for instance. In case you don't know, guys, the Attenborough videos were a thing where it was before, actually, you could do this. So it was one company I had to find that I managed to get them to do an Attenborough voice, generate an Attenborough voice for me. They didn't know anything about it. Oh, look, here's another childhood bit I found. This was a great birthday. Look at this present.
Was it?
I don't think I'd seen Star Wars yet.
It's a laser sword.
And clearly neither had my mother.
I want you to read who this one.
Oops. Sorry, let's go back. I was just trying to get rid of this. I don't think I'd seen Star Wars yet.
It's a laser sword.
And clearly neither had my mother.
I want you to read who this one's from. To James Love from Dr. Goonglubbit.
Dr. Goonglubbit was my imaginary friend. I think the way I saw it, if you have a friend and they're imaginary, why not give them a PhD?
Did you know Dr. Goonglubbit? Yes.
Yeah, you may have mentioned it.
They did. Really? I thought there wasn't anyone, but there really is.
I was beginning to think that maybe Dr. Goonglubbit didn't exist at all. In fact, between you and me, Mother, I thought I might have made him up. But now it seems not only does he exist, but he's a very generous man. And this is quite confusing. I think actually it probably explains, well, everything. That was a little bit. Corridor walk, sleeping. Attenborough yoga. Yoga's not really done, but you can see a little bit of it. So I don't know what he was a doctor in. Who cares? He was Dr. Goonglubbit. I've yet to put. I don't know. I want to put this to something. But I don't know what. Oh yeah, this is. When I think about my life, I think about a series of pointless endeavours. Like the time I tried to check out the Magna Carta from the British Library. Just like 3 days or something like that, maybe 4 days.
Okay.
I don't know, would there be
Thank you. It is low.
Okay. Fines or...
No. Right. The actual Magna Carta.
Or when the realtor was showing people around the flat I was moving out of, and I was bored, so I made a sort of grateful if you didn't sort of tell anyone that you saw this. Pointless, obviously, but not. I mean. Oh well, there we go. That was that one. Okay, seat chat, composite sleeping, the corridor walk, humans versus machine. This is unfinished, but this needs work. But you might get a kick out of this. And the kind of process. Yeah, I'm still alive. I'm just still doing stuff. I just had a lot of shit on my own. I've been making a lot of stuff. It feels like these machines have just been created to perpetually. This is not done. Undermine us. Me. Why does every error message treat you like a child? Did you forget your book? It's a smudge on the bench. Hang on. That's better, actually. Thank you. Okay, so I'm going to hold it back here to get the bloody landscape in. Can you guys see that? Is that okay? Here we go.
That's what you did, didn't you? I don't forget it. I don't forget it because I'm a computer. Are you sure? Because last time, do you remember? Last time we quit. And we didn't want to, did we? Did you forget your pen? Did you forget? Just popping in here, just to check whether you did want to do that thing that you just told me to do. Shutting down's a big deal. Take the weekend. Think about it.
about it. Just a little age verification, just pop in your date of birth, I'll do the maths. Yeah, the thing is, I can't give you any money until you get the right pin. Do you want me to make a note of that one for you? Do you want me to do that? Because you've consistently forgotten it. Did you just do some drugs again? Have we been taking drugs again? So you're 800 years old. Do I look like a twat? Do you know, we check these things. There's no shame in what you just did. We can leave it open, unless there are children around or really anyone we know. 1190, right? So, well, you're 800 years old. Do you think we don't check these things? Why am I proving to a robot that I am not a robot? You have 3 bananas. I have 1 banana. I give you my 1 banana. How many bananas do you... A robot would never be able to answer this question because it hasn't tasted a banana. Don't tell me you've never been to Zidza. Perhaps you'd like some big scale with that. I went for the QWA7E. It just felt like the right thing to do, you know. Also, it's the latest model, so, you know, where can you go wrong, really? They're a strong company, that big scale. It could be a no. Could also be a 0, though. So if you get like 4 or 5 of these in a row, it does make you start to question. And to be honest, that is the main thing that differentiates between a human and a robot, is my ability to click and hold a button. It's like a strange way to discern robots from humans. You can push a button. Oh, congratulations, you have a soul. Just say I'm not a robot. This is more of an honor thing. Sometimes you just got to come out and say, I am not a robot. I'm not a robot. What's the problem? Just say it. I mean, if you're not, it does seem like the sort of thing a robot pretending to be human might say, though. It's like they pick the things that are the most infantilizing. You know? I'm trying to remortgage my house. I don't want to do a puzzle. Can you get the little jigsaw piece in? Can you see the shapes? Can you see the shapes? These are sort of upside down, aren't they? Oh, too far. Turn them, twist them, have some fun. And else I'm going to lock you out of your bank. You're gonna love this one. What do you mean you're confused? Let's go through the differences between a car and a hedgehog. Why does trying to unsubscribe always feel like a breakup? Is this what you want? There's no going back on this. Unless you want to go back on this. Because that's perfectly fine with me and we can pretend we never had this conversation. I don't know how I'm going to cope with this in my life. This is not coming at a good time for me. I'll probably go stay at my parents or something like that. But you'll be fine. Why? Yeah, well, you don't know how good you had it. Where are you going to find someone who loves you as much as I do? Your job is to turn the hairless pink dog until those 2 fingers are pointed directly at it. I feel they're going to win this one because they make everything hard. 1 or 2 issues here. Just popping in to let you know that's not a strong password. Weak password, really weak. Security. In terms of strength, not at all. Could always be stronger. You happy with that? That's the best you could come up with. If it were me, I would have made it a little bit stronger. Yeah, that's good. Good, that's okay. Moving on. I mean, who's is coming? Can you remember it? The first one. So memorable. What are you doing? No. Oh, don't click the thing. I mean, what's the point of security? Oh, I see. Yeah, copy and paste. Very clever. You think I haven't thought that? Oh, no, is it all grey? Is it all grey? Can you not copy and paste? What a shame.
There we go. So that's a little bit of stuff that I've been up to. So I've got quite a lot of material. It's not a landscape. I can't do landscape on this. It's up to 2. Why is it only on 2? It should be much more than that. You're right. I can't believe you can see my battery level either. I've got quite a lot of bits like that, but they're not quite done yet. Apartment tour, probably not ready for that. I probably need to hide the butt plugs before I do that. But yeah, there's quite a lot of stuff coming, and wanted to finish off this special, which took me so much longer than I thought it was going to be. And everything that I was doing was going to go towards the special, and then it didn't. I pulled stuff out and then put stuff back in, and technology changing. But I'm going to be back on YouTube doing stupid things. But thanks for watching. I was lonely. If I'm really honest with you, I just wanted to reach out. So thanks for the internet's a strange place these days. Some assume dodgy. Yeah, you know what I did? I did a thing where because I do this thing where every time they do that thing where they go, don't know if you have this, but it goes in a series of numbers. You know, what I do, I go, there's a series of numbers to make this transaction. I'm like, I go, 1, 4, 6, 5, help. And then I got a phone call from the bank asking if I was in trouble, in jeopardy, and I felt so bad. End your life. You'll no longer be alive. What does that mean? Yeah, not gonna lie, I felt down. But, I'll just keep trying to put out funny stuff. Take care, everyone, and have a nice evening or morning or afternoon or wherever you are. I'm gonna finish my soy milk.